So the next kind of user is our service user. So with a service user, basically, normally what Linux systems will be doing is providing some services, whether it's a database service, whether it's a web service. That's up to you and what you want to do with the system. But these services, as I mentioned earlier on, once they are started, will assume a role and they would automatically generate some kind of credential and user profile for the service so that we can manage it from that user profile. So that's what the user service user is for. So again, another reason why it is important to have different types of users in terms of the categories is the fact that security is something of the essence for Linux systems. So once you have say your user for regular users, you have your root user, you're trying to have what we call the least privilege. So certain things can only be done by certain people at a particular point in time. The same thing applies to the service user. So you're trying to say that you're isolating problems when they happen. So if anything happens to say web service, it may be in Linux systems, it may be difficult for it to have an issue with the database server unless they have some kind of channel or communication between the two of them. Otherwise, it may technically be isolated from each other, and then it will reduce the impact of maybe a security breach or a hack in your infrastructure. And that's also one of the reasons why Linux will be an operating system of choice for any IT infrastructure. So one of the reasons why any IT company would use Linux infrastructure is because in terms of security, they have multiple layers of security, and that is very essential for any IT team. So yes, as I mentioned, once we start a service, automatically create a service user, and this is also because of security reasons.